What's up, everybody? Welcome to the life cycle of a trade, the series where we break down the thought process behind trade entry, trade management, and closing order. In this video, we are going to cover a strangle. We're going to look at a position in PayPal, this stock that has had a really nice rally to the upside over the last couple months here, going from the mid 60s up to the mid 80s here. It's been a really nice run. You've got an IV rank of 63, which means volatility is on the higher end of its range. It does have earnings coming up here in the early part of February at some point. When you look at volatility, you can tell that there's heightened volatility in the February 7th expiration, 47% relative to 46, 43 in the back. Two expirations after that. So it's telling you that although earnings are not confirmed yet, they're probably within this 1 week time frame from somewhere between February 1st through February 14th here. I'm not too worried about that because I'm going to be staying small with this position. We're trading one contract here, small enough for me to manage whatever happens here, even if we have a big move in either direction. So for me, I'm looking at a strangle here. I'm looking to get some short premium on with the VIX a little bit elevated here and volatility in PayPal itself relatively high. So I'm going to look to sell around the 20-ish delta on either side. So I'm going to look at the 77.5 put. It's a 19 delta, a little bit lighter there. I'm going to lean a tiny bit short here on the call side. We've had a really nice run to the upside here. Maybe we have a tiny bit of a pullback. I was looking at the 77.5 put, which gives us a break even all the way down here, or even into the 75-ish handle. Fill that gap maybe. That would be rough for this position, but I'm going to lean a tiny bit short here with the 95 call. So I'm selling a 31 delta call, a 19 delta put, which nets me short 12 deltas here. Of course, with short delta, it doesn't necessarily mean I need the stock to go down. It's just that my call strike relative to the skew on the upside, because there is some skew here, my call side is technically closer from a risk perspective than my put side, which means that a slight down move would help this position. Now, if the stock chops around for a couple weeks and goes slightly higher, I'd still be in a good spot. As long as we don't have that big move to the upside, that is where my risk is greater on the upside because I have short delta on this position to start. So we're going to put this on here, 66% probability of success. We're looking at a $3.84 credit, uses about $1,000 in buying power, so a relatively high potential return on capital. I'd probably look to get about $100 out of this trade if possible. So we'll get this trade on, see what happens here. So we're in 384, and you're going to want to stick around because we'll definitely need to manage this trade at some point in the future. PayPal has had a really nice move back to pretty much 52-week highs here. We can see the 52-week high, 93 and change, just a couple dollars higher from here. We put on this strangle, the 95.77.5, quite some time ago. It's been 3 weeks or so. The trade has moved in our favor about 73 cents. So you could certainly consider closing this position into what is coming next week, which is earnings. So you have earnings coming up in the middle of next week. I want to show just kind of how much volatility comes out with earnings. And so we're going to hold this one through earnings and see what happens. Maybe it'll have a big move in either direction. But one of the things that I wanted to do is I wanted to capture some of this volatility. So you can see the implied volatility. You got earnings coming up on February 4th. So that's within this expiration. That's why volatility is so high in this February 7th expiration. But you can see this front volatility hanging around a 50, high 50s, and in the back it's in like the low 40s, some of them in the 30s when you get further out in time. So you've got about a 10-point vol differential between February and March that you can potentially capture with a sideways movement, or at least a movement within the expected move here into earnings. So that's a decent amount. For me, on my risk, for my risk tolerance and on my positions themselves, I look to have at least $1 of premium across the board. And so when I look at this position, this short put, we can actually pull this up with the view option menu. So you can right click on an option, you click this view option on chart. I sold this at $1.36. It's now marked at 64 cents. So it's lost about half its value and trading at 60 some odd cents. It's just too cheap of an option for me to hold while holding the downside risk. I would rather move this up to the 84 strike or the 83 strike and collect another just about dollar and move the risk a little bit closer, but collect more premium that I could potentially capture on a sideways move. If the stock were to go down to 81, it might cost me 50, 60, 70 cents in the short term on this roll up. But if the stock goes nowhere or drifts a little bit higher, this put's going to help me a lot and I'm going to capture some of that value. So we're going to roll up this put. It also evens out your delta, right? So we've got about 20 short deltas here. When we roll, we want to reduce our overall delta by about 50%. So right now I've got a 35 delta call, 11 delta put. So net, I've got about 24, 25 deltas on this position. If I roll up, I want to collect 10 or 12 deltas, and I do exactly that. You can even see in the trade page, rolling up would bring in another 12 deltas, which will flat me out to be only short 10 deltas into earnings. So very small position delta-wise. So we're going to make this roll. I've talked enough. We're going to go in at 95 cents, see if we get filled here. All right, 93 cents is what we got filled on here for our PayPal position. We've got a total of $4 and change on that position in terms of our overall net credit, $4.70 some odd cents here. So we're going to hold on to that through next week into earnings. We'll see if the stock stays inside, outside, or whatnot, but you'll definitely want to stick around because I will probably have to manage it. Currently, the position as a net position is up about 114 or 15 bucks. We collected 384 on the initial opening order, rolled up the put for 93 cents. That gives us a total of 477 in credit. The position itself, when we look at the trade page, and you can see this as well as the mark price, 363 is the mid price of that position, which nets us out to $100 and change. Now, it's a good profit. It's about 25-ish% of the max profit here, which would be just the credit collected relative to where the stock ends up. If the stock stays in between the strikes, we would keep all of that credit. So, $4 and change versus the 115 that we're marked at right now. But really, for me, the decision to close this position comes down to the binary event that we have coming up in the middle of this week. Earnings. So earnings, the expected move through the end of this week is nearly $7. So you can just look at the front weekly expiration. That'll give you an idea of kind of what that binary event is being priced in at. $7, it's a lot of movement. So this position could be in the money on either side at the end of this week, or at least the volatility of the market and the option prices is telling you that is certainly a possibility. So for me, with profits on the table here, a position that we've managed a little bit, and it's a good profit of 120 bucks. To avoid that binary event and risk losing the profit that we have on the table makes total sense for this portfolio. So we're going to route this order. We're going to try and get our 363 here, see if we get filled on the position, and free up that capital, move on to something else. It'll free up about $1,000, $1,100 in buying power that we could use in something else. Go to 368. All right, so we're out. 367. We've routed at 368. Got price improved there by a penny. Nets out $110 profit. Nice little trade, but avoiding earnings was the key to this adjustment and close.